Welcome all you Plus 2 Comedy modifiers back to the Thursday show. Welcome to Plus 2 Comedy Extra. TV's Noah here, holding a microphone awkwardly because everything in my home is broken. But I want to give you a short rundown of what went down this year at Zenkaikon. Zenkaikon was a fantastic time this year, and so fantastic that I wanted to document it, so I took my camera with me, and I immediately forgot it and left it in the car. So, unfortunately, I have very little footage of what went down at Zenkaikon. But trust me, take my word for it in this story. It was a good time. We debuted a brand new panel this year at Zenkaikon on Friday, and that was Walt Disney's America. Laura Prince took the lead, I took a seat, and we sat back and we talked about all the fun and racist things Walt Disney did. It was a really good time. We had a great audience. It was a brand new panel, so it's always a little nerve-wracking when we test the water with something that we don't usually do. But Walt Disney's America went over absolutely fantastically. We had about half a full room, which is a fantastic turnout for a Friday. And we were very happy for those who came and were very excited to talk to us about Disney and all the goofy things that we came up with and all the weird clips we were able to show. So this is definitely something that will be in the rotation, so be sure to keep an eye out for Walt Disney's America coming to a con near you. Later on Friday, we were doing our stand-up spectacular, and this was something new that Zenkaikon did. We didn't do it in the convention center. We did it next door at Tellus 360, which is a fantastic venue. I've seen wrestling there. I've seen concerts there. It's a really cool space. So it was nice to be on a stage and, more conducive to comedy than your usual panel room is. Usually when we do stand-up comedy, we usually are just against the wall. But this time, we felt like we had a stage. We had a backstage. The stage was not just a bunch of platforms put together. Like, we had lighting. It was awesome. So I really hope Zenkaikon continues to use Tellus 360 as a venue because it's a great spot for performances. We had to start a little late because the autograph signing was before us, and they ran a little bit late, but, that happens. No hard feelings there. And thank you so much. We had a completely full room. It was standing room only, so thank you to everyone that waited for the show to start a little bit late, but they were a fantastic crowd, and we always appreciate those of you who come out and laugh with us. Comedy is, it's actually in the name. I know we do a lot of things here at Plus 2 Comedy, but comedy is the main focus, Plus 2 focus even. So thank you so much for coming out and seeing us do stand-up. We had a fantastic Q&A as always, and the Q&A, if you've never seen us perform yet you watch this channel, that's odd. But we always end with a Q&A where you can ask us about us and about comedy, or we can settle any nerd debates. And we had a very insightful question of why do we get on stage? What makes us have that itch to perform? And, it's a very meaningful thing to me. For Laura, it's spite, but for me, it's a very meaningful thing. So I love that we had some insightful questions along with our usual nerdy goofiness. So thank you all for coming out to that. It was a really good time. Then we had the train wreck. This was our brand new panel. It was Stay Doomed Live. And as you can see, I'm holding a microphone awkwardly because my computer is straight up broken. This is the computer I do Beyond the Tentacle on, and it's on its last legs now. So we had the PowerPoint on that and also online, but we couldn't get on the internet. And also, I don't have PowerPoint, but Laura's computer has PowerPoint. I use OpenOffice. So there was all these just like misconnections on all the stuff we needed. So we had to actually constantly switch between the two computers, despite the fact that my computer doesn't like to turn on anymore. We had to switch in between with the HDMI cables constantly just so we could do the panel. Despite that, we had a full room and everybody wanted to come and talk to us about canceled television shows that lasted one season or less. And it was really fun. It really opened our eyes that, how receptive people were to it. And we kind of got this feeling like the crowd didn't want it to be an informational panel. We kind of got the feeling like they wanted more of a call and response as we were showing these insane television shows. That they wanted to be able to voice their opinions and reactions to them instead of just quietly absorbing the information. So we might be retooling Stay Doomed Live. We definitely don't want to cut it from our repertoire. But we feel like we can do more with it. So while I would definitely call what happened with Stay Doomed Live a very stressful success, we always want to improve more. So we're going to be doing Stay Doomed Live more, hopefully, in the future, coming to a con near you. But if you saw it at Zenkaikon, expect a very different experience if you come see it again at another convention. Also, check out the podcast, because, that'll give more context to what we do here with the Stay Doomed brand. That brings us to Beyond the Tentacle, Fit to be Hentai. This is only the second time we've run this version of Beyond the Tentacle, so we were very excited to do it again. We, again, got a very receptive audience, a lot of fun people that were willing to come up and do something very silly, and we even got a few people that then reached out and said that they learned a thing, and that's very important to me. We've been doing Beyond the Tentacle for years, and it is an educational panel. So I want to hear how you learn stuff at my panel. It's very important to me. What was especially fun was we were only about half full, but we were at midnight on Saturday, and we were up against Cosplay Burlesque, and when I say up against, I mean they were on the other side of the wall where we were doing our panel, which was incredible because we would start a game or start a video and we could hear their music on the other side of the wall, and for some reason it always lined up. I don't know if their music selection is just like perfect for syncing things to, or if it was just, miraculous coincidence, but everything seemed to match up, and I loved that. So thank you once again to everyone that came out for that. It was a super fun time, as it always is, and reminds me why every year I get more malware and viruses so I can create another one of these. That brings us to Sunday morning at 10 a.m. That's right, we had a midnight panel on Saturday that ran to 1, and then boom, 10 a.m. Cosplay Pro Wrestling. There were two people that looked suspiciously like us there, and I don't want to do spoilers for Cosplay Pro Wrestling, but there was some major story elements that went down affecting the people that look like us and who's now in charge of Cosplay Pro Wrestling. And again, I don't want to spoil it, but the YouTube channel for Cosplay Pro Wrestling is a little bit behind, but it is updating weekly now. So if you want to get caught up on Cosplay Pro Wrestling, if you want to go on the journey that is Cosplay Pro Wrestling and see what's going on with that, there are weekly uploads every Friday on the Cosplay Pro Wrestling YouTube page. So please subscribe to that as well. I'll leave a link below, and if I can figure out how to do a card, I'll do a card somewhere on the screen. I don't know. Is it here? Is it here? I don't know. So be sure to click on the card and check out Cosplay Pro Wrestling as well. But as always, a big thank you to Zenkaikon for having us back again this year. Zenkaikon is one of the biggest cons. It takes over all of Lancaster, it feels. And it's always good to see our friends. We saw a lot of the people that we see at a lot of conventions. So shout out to Ronnie, shout out to the Armchair Wizards, shout out to Sean, shout out to Andrew, and anyone else that I forgot. Shout out to Charles Dunbar, who was there and I never saw. I love you, Charles. I really do, and I really wish I had crossed paths with you at some point. But that goes to show how big Zenkaikon is that I had a good friend there also doing panels, and we saw each other 0 times. So check out Zenkaikon. They should be in the same place again next year. So if you missed out, boy, did you miss out. But Zenkaikon, always a super fun time, and we are glad to be back again for another fantastic convention. So that's going to do it for this episode of Plus 2 Comedy Extra. Hopefully I will fix or get a new computer so I don't have to do this weird... This isn't even my good microphone. This is just the one I could make work for this situation that I'm in. But thank you so much for coming and see us at Zenkaikon. And if not, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can catch new episodes of Stay Doomed every Monday and new episodes of Plus 2 Comedy Extra every Thursday here on Plus 2 Comedy. Thank you so much for watching. This is how I end my videos on the gaming channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Boop!